Welcome to Wise Elders Stories channel. Subscribe to Wise Elders Stories channel for more valuable insights. Have you ever gazed into the mirror and questioned your beauty? Not the fleeting kind that diminishes with time, but the essence that becomes more profound, more enchanting with each year that passes. Society often equates youth with beauty, but that notion is misleading. Genuine beauty, the kind that draws attention and resonates with others, transcends age, wrinkles, or dress sizes. In today's video, we'll uncover 4 unmistakable signs that demonstrate you are an exceptionally beautiful older woman, even if you may not realize it. And believe me, these signs extend far beyond the surface. Stay with me until the end, as recognizing these qualities within yourself will forever change how you perceive your beauty. Before we dive in, I would be grateful if you could like this video. Your support helps me share this timeless lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so and activate the notification bell to stay updated on future content. If you enjoy this video, please comment 1, if not, comment 0, so I can improve for you. Now, let's get started on exploring the world around us. Has shaped our perceptions to view beauty as a pursuit, something to be grasped and clung to with fervor. We've been led to believe that youth represents the zenith of beauty, that wrinkles should be dreaded, and that the natural journey of aging must be fought against with all our strength. Yet, this perspective is narrow, failing to recognize the richness that aging bestows. Aging is not a loss to be lamented, it is a milestone to be honored. So, how can one discern if they embody beauty as they grow older, even if you do not believe that you are the truth? Beauty is not merely tied to your external appearance. It is not defined by flawless skin, youthful looks, or clothing sizes. Rather, it is deeply rooted in how you present yourself, the confidence with which you navigate life, and the wisdom reflected in your eyes and heart. There are indicators that reveal whether one is aging with grace, and these signs hold far more significance than any surface-level assessment. Firstly, there is an undeniable allure in the demeanor of a woman who has truly lived, moves through the world at a measured pace, not hurried or frantic. It is not a desperate race to meet the demands of a society that idolizes youth. Instead, it embodies a rhythm that reflects grace and wisdom, one that cannot be faked or imitated. This grace is cultivated over time, shaped by years of experience. When she walks, she does so without haste, understanding that there is no need to rush. Life is not a race, it is a journey to be savored, not a competition to be won. She has long since recognized that the frantic scramble to reclaim lost youth is a futile effort. She no longer seeks to turn back time, nor does she strive to prove anything to anyone. She moves with a sense of purpose, but it is a calm, deliberate purpose, not driven by fear or insecurity. Her steps are measured yet confident. She walks as if she belongs in the world, not because she demands it, but because she simply knows she does. This quiet confidence is not something that can be acquired overnight. It is not something that comes from external validation or approval from others. No, it comes from within. Emanates from a profound and unwavering sense of self-worth, nurtured through years of experience, learning, and personal growth. It embodies a confidence that whispers, "I have faced challenges and I remain resilient." This assurance arises from having navigated life's tempests, emerging not only intact but also enriched, wiser, and more radiant than ever. This confidence is reflected not merely in her gait but in her entire demeanor. She carries herself with grace, standing tall, shoulders back, and head held high, exuding a natural ease rather than rigidity. Of someone who has embraced her true self, she does not shrink to accommodate others' comfort, nor does she dim her brilliance to meet their expectations. Instead, she stands confidently as she is, fully engaged in the world and acutely aware of her value. There is an undeniable magnetism in this presence. People are inexplicably attracted to her. They might refer to it as an aura or energy, but what they are truly responding to is her ease within herself. She is at peace, free from internal conflict, and does not fidget nervously, nor does she She constantly adjusts her clothing or hair, seeking reassurance that she is simply comfortable in her skin. This comfort radiates outward, making those around her feel at ease. There was a time, perhaps many years ago, when she wondered if she was beautiful enough, a time when she scrutinized every flaw, every wrinkle, every imperfection, comparing herself to the impossible standards that society set for beauty. But as the years passed, she learned a valuable truth: beauty is not about perfection, it's about presence and the confidence that comes with it. In the journey of self-discovery and acceptance, every imperfection tells a story. A woman who has truly embraced life embodies the richness of her experiences. She holds the beauty of resilience, having navigated through life's tempests, endured heartache and loss, yet still revels in the joy of life's simplest pleasures. Her laughter resonates deeply, her tears flow freely, and her love is fierce. This beauty is born from a life lived to the fullest, from welcoming every facet of existence, the good, the bad, and the ugly, while emerging with grace and dignity. The most captivating aspect of all is her unwavering spirit. This woman embodies a sense of authenticity. She no longer pursues beauty as if it were an elusive prize. She stands before the mirror not to scrutinize her appearance or to seek validation from others, but rather with a quiet confidence that comes from within. Having transcended the need for constant affirmation, she understands that her value is not dictated by external perceptions. This liberation from the quest for approval enhances her allure. Observe her in conversation. She engages with genuine attentiveness, allowing silence to exist without the need to fill it with anxious words. She listens deeply. Her appreciation for others' perspectives is evident, and when she shares her thoughts, they resonate deeply, not due to any premeditated effort, but stemming from a profound understanding. She feels no need to impress or control the dialogue. Her presence is naturally impactful. She speaks out of genuine intent, and that authenticity suffices. Then there's her smile, which is far from the obligatory grin of someone seeking approval or conformity. It lacks the uncertainty of someone who doubts themselves. Her place in the world is clear. Her smile is genuine, spontaneous, and real. It emanates from a deep contentment, a heart that has known both joy and pain, and has found peace with each. This smile is not a performance. It is an expression of something true, something real. This is the beauty that comes with age, not the kind that fades with time, but the kind that grows. It is not defined by the world's standards, but radiates from within. It embodies the essence of a woman who has lived, learned, and embraced her journey. Having encountered both victory and defeat, she has discovered happiness in the most ordinary moments and serenity in the most surprising locations. If any of this resonates with you, it may be time to cease doubting your beauty. You have always been beautiful and will continue to be, growing more so with each year. She moves through life with grace, never in a hurry, never rushing into a room to declare her presence, nor feeling the need to fill every space with activity, conversation, or a show meant to impress. She seeks no grand entrance, nor does she wish to outshine anyone. It's not a matter of lacking confidence, rather, she has moved beyond measuring her worth by the spotlight. Through experience, she has learned that true presence isn't defined by volume, attention, or admiration. It lies in being fully, completely, and unapologetically herself. She has nothing to prove. Once, she may have felt the need to justify her existence, to demonstrate her worth, to ensure. She was recognized and validated in ways that affirmed her existence in the world. After years of striving to be more, do more, and achieve more, she came to understand that her worth was never meant to be dictated by outside influences. She does not engage in competition because she realizes there is no genuine rivalry, no one else can embody her essence, and she has no desire to be anyone but herself. Her beauty is not a commodity that wanes in comparison to another's. It is a resilient quality, unthreatened by the presence of someone younger, thinner, or taller. She perceives other women differently, viewing them not as rivals but as fellow beings whose radiance does not diminish her own. She understands that beauty is not a finite resource, nor is it something to be contested. It does not fade when shared. Her beauty is uniquely hers, shaped not only by her physical features but also by the depth of her soul, the wisdom reflected in her eyes, the kindness evident in her actions, and the effortless grace with which she moves through the world. She has invested ample time in self-reflection, overcoming doubts and questions, and adapting herself to fit into places that were never genuinely intended for her. She has endeavored to meet the expectations of others, contorting and reshaping her essence in the past to belong, to be accepted, and to evade disapproval. But that era has concluded. Through her journey, she has discovered that self-worth cannot be constructed on the judgments of others, approval is transient, and praise is inconsistent. Thus, she has ceased seeking validation from the outside. Instead, she turns inward, attuning herself to the voice within, the one she once overlooked, the one that always knew the truth. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still with me. Thank you for your valuable time. She does not seek permission to exist. She does not wait for an invitation to take up space. She no longer apologizes for her presence, her opinions, or the way she moves through the world with certainty. She has walked through enough storms to know that she is strong. She has endured enough setbacks to know that she is resilient. She has encountered numerous disappointments that have taught her the art of rising again. Insecurity no longer dictates her choices. She has shed the habit of shrinking herself to accommodate others. After years of minimizing her presence, she stands firm in her decision to embrace her true self. When she speaks, people listen, not out of obligation, but because her words carry weight. She avoids filling silences with trivial chatter, refrains from rambling to showcase her intellect, and does not feel the need to justify herself excessively. Essentially, she is intentional, reflective, and composed. She recognizes the significance of silence, the strength found in restraint, and when she opts for silence, the stillness often speaks louder than words. She has moved beyond the need for incessant affirmation, no longer seeking validation to feel confident in her identity. Disapproval does not shake her, nor does praise inflate her sense of self. She remains unaffected by either. She comprehends that opinions are merely that. Opinions are mere echoes of others, not her own. She has stopped surrendering her self-worth to the transient judgments of those who barely know her. No longer does she measure herself against the person she used to be. Old photographs do not evoke a longing to return. She does not grieve the passage of time, nor does she feel intimidated by the transformations in her appearance. She has come to realize that aging is not a source of dread, but rather a journey to be welcomed. Having lived fully, she understands that youth was never the pinnacle of existence. And that beauty is not something that fades but rather something that evolves. She does not pursue an antiquated notion of who she used to be because she is deeply enamored with the woman she has grown into. She carries herself with a presence that naturally commands respect. Though she does not seek it, she does not aim to be the focal point, yet people are drawn to her. There is an undeniable quality about her that attracts others, not from a desperate desire for approval but from a genuine authenticity that is uncommon in a world filled with facades. She has nothing to conceal, no pretense to. She maintains no false image to uphold. She simply exists, and that is sufficient. She does not expend energy explaining herself to those who have already formed their opinions about her. She refrains from battling for understanding from those unwilling to see her true self. She avoids convincing those who are set on misunderstanding her. She has come to realize that peace holds greater value than being right, and that sometimes, walking away is the most powerful action she can take. She no longer dresses to impress, nor does she tailor her words to meet the expectations of others. A personality that puts others at ease, she dresses in what feels right, communicates in an authentic manner, and embraces her true self. She has liberated herself from the tiring act of conforming to others' expectations, and as a result, people are naturally attracted to her, not out of a desire for attention, but due to the undeniable allure of a woman who is wholly genuine. She recognizes that not everyone will appreciate her, and she has made peace with that reality, understanding that she won't be to everyone's taste. And that is perfectly fine. She does not waste energy bending herself to fit into spaces too small for her and does not shrink herself to accommodate those who cannot handle her fullness. She has spent years learning who she is, and now she simply lives as that person, without apology, without hesitation, without fear. She carries an unmistakable light. It is not the light of youth, not the glow of temporary excitement, but something far deeper, something earned. It is a light that comes from experience, from laughter. That has resonated within her, a release from the tears that have purified her spirit, from nights filled with doubt and mornings dedicated to clarity. It is a light that remains steadfast, untouched by uncertainty, growing ever warmer, richer, and more welcoming. When she gazes at others, she perceives more than mere appearances. She discerns the hesitations, the insecurities, the silent fears they harbor yet do not voice. She acknowledges their battles, for she has confronted her own. She comprehends the essence of feeling adrift, of seeking for. Yearning for a sense of belonging, she recognizes that her mere presence instills a sense of safety in others. Words are unnecessary, grand gestures of reassurance are superfluous. Her existence, marked by quiet certainty and an unwavering sense of self, suffices to make those around her feel seen, accepted, and understood. With the wisdom of experience, she understands that true power lies not in the pursuit of attention but in the art of simply being. Thus, she navigates the world without seeking approval or chasing recognition. Endeavored to demonstrate that her mere presence is sufficient. The brilliance in her gaze is not derived from a life devoid of challenges, nor does it emerge from a journey unmarked by errors, letdowns, or trials. On the contrary, it has been molded by the stark realities of existence, forged in the crucible of adversity, refined through periods of doubt, and brightened by instances of both grief and elation. She has encountered heartache that steals one's breath away, has lingered at the precipice of uncertainty with quaking hands, and has. Through the lens of experience rather than mere theory, she understands that courage is not about the absence of fear, it's the choice to forge ahead in spite of it. She has felt the sharp pain of betrayal and the sorrow of farewells that arrived too early. She has seen her dreams slip away like grains of sand, grieved for the possibilities that never materialized, and grappled with questions that offered no straightforward answers. Yet, despite these trials, she has never let the burden of her challenges dim her spirit. In fact, those very hardships have created a profound space within her for something more meaningful. There exists a depth of resilience that is quiet yet steadfast, a strength that remains unyielding. She has repeatedly chosen to nurture her inner fire, seeking beauty even in the midst of suffering, discovering significance in both the monumental and the mundane. There lies a significant distinction between a woman who has merely aged and one who has genuinely lived. The former accumulates years, while the latter gathers wisdom. The former measures time, whereas the latter welcomes it. The former observes life unfold, while the latter engages in it completely and wholeheartedly, without reservation. And that difference is visible not in obvious ways but in the quiet strength she carries in the way she moves through the world with a presence that cannot be ignored. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Her wisdom is not something she needs to announce or prove, it is simply there woven into the fabric of her being. It is present in the way she listens with eyes that do not merely observe, but truly perceive. It lies in her manner of speaking, where she selects words that elevate rather than belittle. It is reflected in her poise, not marked by arrogance but by a steadfast confidence rooted in self-awareness. She no longer feels compelled to justify her existence, nor does she squander moments seeking validation from others regarding her path. She has embraced the reality that not everyone will grasp her journey, and that acceptance is entirely acceptable. She has found joy amidst challenges, not due to life's generosity, but because of the wisdom she has gained. That laughter serves as a means of survival. She has discovered joy in the simplest of things, not due to an easy life, but because she has learned to see happiness in the tiniest moments: the scent of rain on warm pavement, the way the ocean sings against the shore, the sound of a loved one's voice on the other end of the phone. She now realizes that happiness is not a pursuit to be chased or captured, not a destination waiting beyond success or perfection. It is something to be observed, something to be nurtured, something to remain anchored in the now, just before it fades away. When she steps into a room, an undeniable change occurs. Though they may struggle to express it, others can feel it: the warmth, the presence, that subtle energy that captivates. It transcends traditional notions of beauty, untouched by the allure of youthful perfection or anything that can be frozen in a snapshot. It delves into the essence of being, the spirit of a life wholeheartedly embraced and experienced. There may be a tinge of fear regarding aging, a battle against time as if it were a foe to be vanquished, yet there lies a belief in the richness of existence. Beauty is a delicate essence, one that demands preservation at any price. Many pursue youth with an almost frantic urgency, clinging to a fleeting moment that was never intended to endure. Yet, there exist women like her who grasp that true beauty does not diminish with age, rather, it evolves. It is not merely about flawless skin or perfect symmetry, but rather how a person embodies their experiences, how they love unconditionally, how they give selflessly, and how they continue to view the world with wonder. Even after all she has experienced, her eyes still reflect a sense of wonder, not from naivety, but from a conscious choice. She has encountered enough of life's harsh realities to become cynical, yet she has intentionally resisted allowing bitterness to take hold. Despite witnessing the world's cruelty, she maintains her faith in the goodness of humanity. Having faced pain, she continues to love. Having endured disappointment, she still holds on to hope. This decision to embrace beauty, kindness, and possibility distinguishes her. She continues to discover magic in the everyday. The golden light of the late afternoon sun, the way the wind dances through the trees, the quiet comfort of a familiar song playing softly in the background. She still marvels at the sky, at the endless stretch of stars above her, at the miracle of being alive. After all these years, she has discovered that joy is not something external, not something granted by the world, but something that resides within. Because she has learned to nurture and protect it, she radiates a rare sense of peace when she looks at you. You sense it, that glow, that comfort, that gentle certainty that all will be well, not due to her having every solution, but because she has faced adversity and come out resilient, not unscathed but empowered. She has no need to persuade you of her worth. She requires no validation. She simply is, and in that existence lies her strength. There comes a moment in a woman's journey when she stops looking to the world for affirmation of her beauty. She no longer seeks reflection in a mirror or approval in the gaze of. She no longer measures herself against the impossible standards she once believed she had to meet. For years, she adjusted, shrank, and tried to fit into the narrow mold that society has carved out for beauty. She dieted, contorted, compared, and criticized, always chasing an ideal that was never truly hers. Then one day, she stops, not out of rebellion or defiance, but from a realization far more powerful. She understands that beauty was never something she needed permission to possess. It was never something to be earned, and never something reserved only for the young, only for the unblemished, only for those who fit a certain mold. It was hers all along, even in the moments as she doubted it, even when she was too busy critiquing herself to see it, even when she let others define it for her. But now she knows, and that knowing changes everything. She no longer feels the need to apologize for the lines that have settled on her face, for the gentle softness that time has woven into her body, for the unmistakable signs of a life deeply and fully lived. She no longer attempts to erase the years from her skin or silence the echoes of her past. She has come to understand that they are not burdens to carry or flaws to correct. They are a testament, a living record of moments that have shaped her, strengthened her, and made her into the person she is today. Each line tells a story, and each crease holds a memory, a reminder of the laughter that shook her shoulders, the tears that traced down her cheeks, and the countless sunrises and sunsets she has experienced. They stand as evidence of her profound experiences, a testament to her ability to embrace both joy and sorrow. She has crafted a life that is truly memorable, and what could be more beautiful than that? No longer does she seek the world's approval in her attire, nor does she mask her true self to conform to antiquated beauty standards. She feels no compulsion to diminish herself to appease others or to pursue an ideal that was never intended for her. Instead, she fully embraces her own rhythm, preferences, and standards. She selects what resonates with her spirit, what allows her to embrace her true self. Some days, that might involve donning bold, vibrant hues that mirror her inner passion, allowing her silver-streaked curls to sway freely in the wind, or sporting a striking piece that commands attention. On other days, it may mean choosing simplicity, relishing the comfort of bare skin, a soft cotton dress, and the subtle confidence that outshines any embellishment. The key distinction now is that every choice belongs solely to her, crafted without the weight of expectation. To seek approval not driven by the desire for validation, she has transcended the need for admiration and conformity. She has fully and completely reclaimed her essence. She no longer depends on compliments to feel beautiful, worthy, or enough. When someone tells her she is radiant, she receives it with a warm smile, not out of necessity, but because she has already acknowledged it within herself. The words serve merely as an affirmation of what she already understands, and if no one expresses it, that is perfectly acceptable too. She does not depend on external validation, serves to clarify what she has already embraced as her own. She no longer diminishes herself for the comfort of others, nor does she dull her brilliance so that others may shine more brightly by comparison. She stands firm in her confidence, unapologetically asserting her presence without feigning humility. She recognizes that genuine beauty transcends competition. It is not a contest of outshining one another, nor is it defined by societal standards of youth, slimness, or desirability. It is rooted in authenticity. Regarding the importance of remaining steadfast in her beliefs and valuing the path she has traveled to become the woman she is today. If you are still engaged with this video and finding these insights beneficial, please comment number 3 below to indicate your continued presence. Thank you for your precious time. She has moved past the fear of aging, recognizing what many overlook. With each year, she has gained greater wisdom, deeper understanding, and a captivating essence that truly counts as time progresses. She has not lost anything of significance. Rather, she has acquired layers of depth, resilience, and self-assurance that are genuine and cannot be fabricated. She now understands that beauty does not diminish with time. Instead, it evolves, refines, and grows stronger with every experience. It resides not in the absence of wrinkles but in the presence of grace. It is found not in the chase for perfection but in the acceptance of imperfection. It is reflected in the way she holds herself, head held high. Her eyes illuminate with wisdom, laughter flowing effortlessly from her lips. It's evident in her speech, filled with certainty, no longer hesitant, no longer seeking approval. She meets her reflection not with scrutiny, but with kindness, gratitude, and love. She no longer waits for permission to shine, nor does she search for signs of desirability, relevance, or sufficiency. She understands now that she always was enough. The world may not always acknowledge it, and society may not always celebrate it, but none of that holds significance. She has discovered that she does not require approval to shine. She does not need validation to feel valuable. She does not seek affirmation to be sufficient. She has ceased to request from the world what she has already bestowed upon herself, and in that moment of steadfast conviction, she radiates more brightly than ever. She welcomes each new day with a newfound openness that eluded her in her youth. She has learned to relish the little moments, to inhale the beauty surrounding her. She finds delight in the first sip of morning coffee. The warmth of the sun envelopes her skin, mingling with the laughter of friends who have stood by her side through the years. She has shed the burdens of insecurities that once constrained her, realizing that her worth was never linked to youth, appearance, or anyone's expectations but her own. Now, she walks with a confidence that is both natural and well-deserved. She has embraced the art of taking up space unapologetically, expressing her thoughts without hesitation, and establishing boundaries with both love and firmness. She has released the need to please others. She recognizes the desire for acceptance and understanding, yet she has come to appreciate the beautiful reality that not everyone will recognize her brilliance, and that is absolutely acceptable. She understands that universal validation is not a prerequisite for her completeness. She has become her own wellspring of love, acceptance, and tranquility. Fear of change no longer holds her back, as she has discovered that change is merely a synonym for growth. Time and again, she has reshaped her identity, realizing that transformation is not exclusive to the young, but available to anyone willing to embrace it. She understands now that life is not confined by age, rather, it unfolds, deepens, and becomes richer. With an open heart, she embraces new experiences, aware that each moment brims with potential for wonder. No longer does she hold on to the past or fear what lies ahead. She immerses herself in the present, living fully and without reservation. It's not merely the passage of time that marks her journey, but the wisdom, strength, and radiance she gains with each year. This realization, in itself, embodies the essence of true beauty, which transcends age, perfection, or societal expectations. Societal standards revolve around confidence, presence, and how you embody the wisdom and experiences life has bestowed upon you. I'm eager to hear your insights from this video. What is one lesson you plan to incorporate into your life starting today? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to leave a comment and remember to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more inspiring content. Looking forward to seeing you in the next video.